rise up, family.
Yeah, what can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me, what can I do for you?
It's a very personal, very important thing. Hell, it's a family motto. Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is. Show me the money.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Cat. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown the sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy, I'm illy. I've been on the come up, counting money till my thumbs hurt. No Birdman, bitch, but I'm a stunner. Just watch how you run up. I keep a couple gunners. I've been grinding all winter just to flex all over summer shit. Wrist cold when I fall through. Rose go to my arm, boo. In and out of my city, but come whenever I call you. Who gon' love me more than when I'm stacking out on tour? Them hoes that made it past security, they knocking on my door. You gon' be there when they gone. Show my love by getting more. Hustle so you ain't alone. You won't leave me, that's for sure. I'm talking Benjis, Franklin's, all these hundos on my floor. I just broke a couple bands, believe me, I've been going hard. I'm tipping bottle after bottle, swerving model after model. Who won't cash? That's the motto. Spending like I hit the lotto. Yeah, I'm loving my life. I know that I ain't shit without you. Actions speak louder than words. They broke cause they just talk about you, huh? I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown the sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy, I'm illy. Money bag after money bag, I'm the man now. Play the cards that I was dealt and I ain't need no handouts. Fresh on every set, give respect, mama out of debt. Got a new connect, we the best, homie run the check. Wifey got a new bag, new house, you mad? We just doing us, feeling wavy, fuck a do-rag. This that no stress flow, bobbing on my ex. She don't love cash, kiss my ass, baby XO. Thank you for that line, Mr. West, but I'm next though. Hey, you meet a sad bitch, I'm blessed, sipping XO. For the love of money, I stay fucking hungry. I parted ways with the kitchen, that just wasn't for me. Every show they love me, now I'm showing love back. They ain't taking nothing from me, so I throw a couple stacks. You and them in your town, have some fun, blow a bag. Fuck with me when I'm around, trust me, shorty, I'll be back. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown the sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy, I'm illy.
Yay! What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing, man? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Thursday morning, man. Thursday morning. We're nearly there. We got over hump day, week 6 NFL. And you know, I got a few of my favorite people with me. Little coffee talk. Where's your coffee at, man? You better have some orange juice, a granola bar, a box of cereal, something. I got my guy with me.
Yo, what's really good? What's really good? Y'all know what it is, man. Rise Up Alpha Best Football Talk Morning Talk Show. Y'all already know.
For sure, man. We're gonna try to do this on Thursdays. Do a little collabo. Y'all know me and Dre. We do a lot of work together. We do World Class Wednesdays together. But we try to come together every chance we get. You all know I love working with this guy, man. We just that's what we do, man. Get y'all's asses up.
For sure.
Get you a cup of coffee, a cup of juice, a
Rise
granola
up.
bar, a little bowl of cereal, bowl of oatmeal, something. Get up in here, like and share the show. We're going to do about 45 minutes here and talk about a couple of things. Like I said, we're going to try to do this on Thursday mornings. Y'all know I do Coffee Talk Mondays through Thursdays, but what I'm going to try to do is on Thursday, I'm going to try to bring Dre up in here, get his insight on some stuff, very knowledgeable about sports and, just somebody who I enjoy working with. So get y'all's asses up, like and share. If you know somebody who likes football, we're going to break down this game tonight and do a little bit of news and notes. We had a little bit of a trade. Well, we actually had we had a trade a couple of days ago. We didn't get to do World Class Wednesdays together tonight, last night, but I talked about it a little bit. I wanted to know your thoughts on it, Dre. I did a video on it, so I won't beat a dead horse. Joe Flacco to raise your camera up a little bit, family. I'm just getting like part of your hat, like raise it up. Just there you go, right there. Got to see your face. So the Browns and the Bengals, you don't usually see this divisional trade. I'm not trying to help people in my division. That's just me. I don't know. It's a different day, but the Cleveland Browns, they traded Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals. Your thoughts on that, Dre? I put my thoughts out there. I don't want to, I want your thoughts on this. What are your thoughts on this? This whole thing with the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow got hurt. He's out for, I think they said at least 12 weeks. The Jake Browning experiment it crashed and burned. He's upset. I don't know why you're upset. They should be upset with the way you played. You got like 7 or 8 interceptions in like 3 games. Like you're playing terrible. So your thoughts on that, the Joe Flacco trade, Torch? Talk to me.
Well, first and foremost, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I appreciate y'all on this phenomenal Thursday morning. Make sure you watch Rise Up Unlimited Radio Show, brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV tonight. Myself, Sharon Mullen. I will be live at KeyBank Center tonight because the Sabres home opener is tonight. Hockey is back in the building. We do that hockey too around here. All right, just to let y'all know, we real about our sports. But as far as the trade is concerned, I could have swore, Marcus the Alphabet, I could have swore it's a written rule or unwritten rule. I'm sorry. It's an unwritten rule that we don't trade players to our competition to help them. We just don't do it, right? We just don't do it. It just doesn't make sense. Why would I want to see the guy that I'm trading 2 times a season? Why would I want to do that? Now, in this case, we're talking about Jake Browning, who everybody, gave the Sudafed head before they should have. They pumped him up, like the Reebok pumps. Y'all remember them pumps back in the day? Oh, pump you up. We're gonna pump you up. Listen, they pumped him up so much, quarterback rating 70.9. It's like the highest in NFL. Man, miss me with all that garbage. What happened was he got a taste of some real competition this year, some real circumstances, and what happened is he just couldn't handle it, and his performance showed. So what do the Bengals do? Come on, man. The Bengals pull one of the most asinine, ass to 10, ass to 11 moves. We call it straight buffoonery, hot dumpster juice moves, by going and getting Joe Flacco off of the Cleveland Browns and bringing him over to Cincinnati Bengals. Boy, when I tell you bringing Joe Flacco over to the Bengals is resident abuse with that offensive line. It is elder abuse. He ain't in the nursing home yet. It is literal abuse. This should be criminal. It's criminal. You 40-year-old just got off the couch like a couple seasons ago. You were sitting on the couch. You still on the couch here and there. You know you put Icy Hot on after every game. You know you do. You before and after, and probably even at halftime. You Icy Hot yourself, and you send this guy to the team with one of the worst offensive lines in football. What you think about that happen? Hey, Marcus Alvarez, we got a segment called "Call Your Shot," right? Call your shot. Joe Flacco won't make it to week 10 with this with this team. He gonna be on the bench after week 10 because, and we don't like injuries. We ain't listen. By no way, shape, or form are we promoting, supporting, or telling you that we love when people get injured. But it's the inevitable in football when you play football and you have a terrible offensive line and you're 40 years old and you can't get out the pocket. You can't even get out the bed the same way, let alone get out the pocket the same way. There's going to be some problems. That this is going to be very problematic. And I see it. I see it coming.
Hey, Torch, I got a phrase for you, Torch. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This will not end well.
Yeah, this ain't gonna end well. This ain't gonna be for the faint of heart, y'all. This is not gonna be for the faint of heart. I give it to the
when I said it, when I talked about this whole thing, you know, shout out to my guy Blaze Thunder Gabbard. I love you, man. But I told you this. He's our resident Bengals fan. And he was doing backflips. Hey, man, we signed Joe Burrow. Marcus, we signed Jamar Chase. We signed T. Higgins. And I was like, okay, you had a historically bad defense last year. Historically bad. Like one of the worst ever. Like we talk about the 85 Bears and the 2000 Ravens as far as like all-time great, historically great defenses. You had a historically bad defense. I mean, they were just bad. And your one bright spot on defense, Trey Hendrickson, y'all wanted to play hardball with him. You paid Chase, you paid Higgins, and I was just like, dude, like that is not good roster construction. Your quarterback's been on IR three out of 5 years, where he's missed 10 or more games, and your answer is to pay the receivers, not go out. Spend big money on offensive line. You pissed off your first round pick, Shamar Stewart. You pissed off your best defensive player. And your answer to all of this after your franchise quarterback, where do we have Joe Burrow at as far as ranking amongst quarterbacks when healthy? I understand that he's
top three.
Okay, top three quarterback. Wouldn't it make sense to make sure you solidify that offensive line and really go in on that? And look, I know you like T. Higgins. That's great. Maybe the best, wide receiver combo in the league. But like, I can find another good wide receiver too. What is really hard to find is a good left tackle that's going to protect my quarterback's blind side from him getting his brains knocked in. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought I don't see how this ends well, Torch. I just don't. Flacco has no mobility. As you stated, he's 41 years old. I think he's closer to 41. He can't. I can see if you were getting a quarterback who had some mobility, a Lamar Jackson type, a Josh Allen type, a Justin Fields type, a Kyler Murray type. This is a guy who's a statue in the pocket behind, and you're putting him behind one of the worst, if not the worst, offensive line in the league. I just don't see how this works out. But hey, we do a football podcast, so all of this stuff is on the on the Rise Up family page. It's on the Alphabets Football Show page. And if we're wrong, you can come back and you say, Marcus, I told you so. Torch, I told you so. But I don't see how this ends.
You got receipts.
You got receipts.
Hey Marcus, I got a saying.
What you got?
Hey Marcus, I got a saying before I read some of these comments.
Okay, what you got?
Who you play with matters. They figuring it out right now. Who you play with matters. It don't matter if you Jamar Chase or T. Higgins. Who you play with matters. And right now, they can't get him the ball anyway, so it don't even matter. But you know what, Marcus? Before we read these comments, I want to make something very clear. If they wanted to do a stupid trade like this, and I call it a stupid trade because it's interdivisional, right? Why didn't you just send Shedeur Sanders over Cincinnati? I'm just not understanding what they are doing with him.
And see, Torque, we could do a whole show on this. The way that the Browns have handled this situation, Torch, is criminal. It's criminal. Yes. Now they started off at training camp with like 6 quarterbacks. You had Flacco, Pickett, Dillon, Sanders, Watson. Okay?
Yeah.
You traded Kenny Pickett. You traded Joe Flacco. Watson, I don't know if Watson ever plays another down for him. I think it's what they want to do. I understand what they're trying to do, but the way that they're doing it is buffoonish. You got 2 young quarterbacks, 3rd round pick, 5th round pick. Watson, if you can get one of these kids to perform, and I want to say, I like giving credit where credit's due. I thought Dillon Gabriel showed up well last week in London versus the Vikings. He played. The Vikings are a good team. This is a team that won 14 games last year. Let's not act like they're a bunch of bums. I mean, you know about the Vikings up there in the NFC North. The Vikings are a good team. For him to go for his first start overseas in London and to go out there, I think he threw a touchdown, no interceptions. He had good command of the offense. And I understand also that he's a 3rd round pick and Sanders is a 5th round pick. So I totally get it. It's generally whoever has the higher draft status generally gets the start. I'm just like, I understand the thing with Sanders. I'm just like the frustration, and they're like his immaturity and stuff. Like, to me, the way I feel towards this is me, and maybe you got your own thoughts. I feel like they're using Shedeur as like a publicity stunt. That's what I feel like. Like, we don't really want to start you, but we really enjoy all this attention, because let's face it, no one's talking about the Cleveland Browns. The only reason people are talking about the Cleveland Browns, and it ain't because of Myles Garrett, even though Myles Garrett's a hell of a player. The only reason that anybody is talking about the Cleveland Browns because of Shedeur Sanders. That's it. He's a third, he's a 2nd string now. And then Stefanski comes out and says, well, he's not even guaranteed the backup job. Really? It's like they go out of their way to try to like mock him, belittle him, emasculate him. I don't know what it is. That's just the feeling I get. Your thoughts on it?
Okay, so first and foremost, right off the jump, really though, Marcus, do they really do that though? Do they really go by draft? Because I can name about a handful of situations in which teams have called their backup, and it wasn't based on draft, on where they were drafted. Brock Purdy literally played, and he was not drafted at all. And you can't tell me Brock Purdy was the last quarterback on San Francisco's roster when he got the opportunity.
Everybody
to play.
got hurt. Everybody got hurt. Everybody got.
They had another backup.
Trey Lance got hurt. Jimmy G got hurt. They were all hurt. Right. So it was like it was basically like last man. He wasn't their first choice though.
No, he wasn't their first choice, and they had whatchamacallit when that happened. What's the other quarterback that was playing for a minute? I forget is it Nemhard or
they had Jimmy G and they had Trey Lance, who they spent the number 3 overall pick for.
Yeah,
and they both got hurt.
I'm gonna have to look in the archives for that
one
because I forget the quarterback's exact name, but. Reading these comments, there is no immaturity. They have him there for two reasons only. No one cares about Myles Garrett being there. Facts. I was so mad when they drafted Shedeur, and the games that they're playing with him is so infuriating. I guess it's obvious to me what this is about. Of course, the Browns and the Bengals have been historically inept, said Chocolate Girl. And Melissa, she said him saying he isn't going to get the position is downgrading and humiliating to Shedeur. Shedeur wasn't supposed to be a 5th round pick. He was supposed to be a 1st rounder, but we ain't going to go there. The second reason is while they're putting Shedeur in this place, they might as well make one thing that they haven't been able to do from him, money off of him. It's clear as day to me. So they're going to make money off of him while humiliating him is what Sharon Mullen is saying.
I totally agree with you.
I agree 100%, which is downright criminal, to be honest. We still playing name, image, and likeness games in the NFL. That's crazy to me. That's crazy work. I really thought he was going to the Raiders. I was shocked when he didn't, and still pissed about the outcome of the draft. Yeah, absolutely, you should be. I mean, once again, Dillon Gabriel, by no stretch of the imagination, is better than Shedeur Sanders. Not by any stretch of the imagination.
And I want to reiterate this real quick, Torres. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry, but
no, you good.
I'm not rooting against Dillon Gabriel, and I said this, and I talked about this a little bit yesterday. We can still root for Shedeur. Look, Dillon Gabriel is innocent in all this. He's a young man who's trying to live his dream. You know, most football players, young football player, their dream is to play in the NFL. You know, he's played it. He played at Oregon. He played at a major program. I'm not rooting against Dillon Gabriel. I just personally feel, this is my personal belief, I believe Shedeur Sanders is better than him. That's just my opinion. Now, look, there's scouts and stuff. Look, and just because you're a scout and all that, that don't impress me, because I see some of these scouts and they bungle it bad. Some of these decisions that they make, these guys that they're drafting. Mitchell Trubisky went before Patrick Mahomes. Okay, that's all that you need to know. Mitchell Trubisky went number 2 overall, and Patrick Mahomes went. Patrick Mahomes was the 3rd quarterback in that draft, in the 2017 draft. You had Mitchell Trubisky, and then you had Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, okay, we can have that debate. There's no way that Mitchell Trubisky should have went before Deshaun Watson from Clemson. Look, take all of the massage stuff out of it. I understand y'all don't like Deshaun Watson. Strictly on a football field, coming from Clemson, Deshaun Watson was that dude. Heisman Trophy winner. I believe national champion. Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. There's no way that Trubisky should have went before him. So using the whole, look at the scouts. These scouts, they be screwing this up. These scouts, they could burn a bowl of ramen noodle if you gave them the recipe card. So I don't want to hear that. Shedeur Sanders, in my opinion, is a better football player. He's got more moxie. I think he's a little bit more mobile. I think he's got a little bit better of an arm. I think he comes from better pedigree. Now, look, just because your daddy was good don't make you good, or your family was good, Arch Manning. That doesn't mean that doesn't automatically make you great. But I just think that when Shedeur, whether it's in Cleveland or somewhere else, when he finally gets his opportunity, I think he's going to shine. That's my take, Tord.
So let's also put this in mind before we move on real quick on Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel has no expectation whatsoever. So going across seas and playing, and that's fine and dandy. You have no expectation. There's no real home crowd. You're not expected to beat the Vikings anyway. You go out there and play, and let's see what you got. So I'm, as much as it sounds good, well, he did. Okay, he really don't have no expectation. To be honest, he's not a player you're like, I expect you to do this.
If he would have went out there and bombed, you know that the Boo Birds would have been out. They would put Shedeur in. He didn't go out there. The point I'm making is he didn't go out there and embarrass himself.
Well, I get that. I got that. I understand that he didn't embarrass himself, and that's fine. I mean, listen, hold on. Here comes the saying. It just hit me. I don't give a bird credit for flying or a fish credit for swimming, okay? So here you go. Hey, y'all wanted the impressions. I gave you 2 already. I gave you 2. See, pay attention. A third one is coming in a minute. Don't worry, a third one is coming. I promise you. That's 2. Y'all got 2 this morning. Sharon said that's exactly what they're doing. Stefanski is all up in it. He tries to pretend it's not him, but it is. It's him. He's a moron. I don't like Stefanski either, and he's on the hot seat too. Anyway, Stefanski pisses me off. He needs to watch his mouth with all that disrespect. Yeah, he's very disrespectful. One that it was entitled, and I think they gave him too much. They gave him too much credit. Shedeur should ask for a trade ASAP. Ron said, yeah, absolutely. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't even know if they would even listen.
I think he can win that job. I really do. And look, here's the thing. Look, we got to look big picture, Torch. We got to look big picture with this. The Browns have 2 first-round picks next year. Now, I thought it was going to be a higher pick, but the Jags they got the Jags first-round pick next year. Now, I think they took that thinking that the Jags were going to be terrible, but the Jags are 4-1. So it's probably going to be a later, but you still got 2 first-round picks. If they can solidify the quarterback position, whether it's Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur, they got a good defense. They got, right? We agree the Browns got a good defense. Mm-hmm. They seem to have a good running back in Quinshon Judkins. He's running up and down the field. It's going to be interesting to see Pittsburgh versus Cleveland this week. I want to see what that Pittsburgh defense versus Quinshon Judkins. You got 2 first-round picks. If they can solidify the quarterback position, you got your running back. You got a pretty good tight end in Njoku. Jerry Jeudy, Isaiah Bond, defense good. We can use both of those first-round picks and make our and you can get rid of Watson's ass. You can finally get rid of Deshaun Watson, get rid of that terrible contract that will go down as a historically bad contract, and you can get 2 really good players to put you over the top. So we'll see. I'm rooting for Shedeur. Again, I'm not rooting against Dillon Gabriel. I like Shedeur. I just like Shedeur better.
Yeah, absolutely. Sharon, hold on real quick.
Go ahead. Tori.
I'm not rooting against Dillon Gabriel, but he's giving off young Danny Manziel vibe to me, like cocky and short, but talk big because he was traded about his size all his life. The NFL is not there to fix his self-esteem issues. This is pro football, damn it. Devon Stanfield said Dillon Gabriel is running the same offense he ran in college. That's why he looks so comfortable. Funny how quarterbacks who played against EO in college are competing on a team that really doesn't like either one of them, right? Sharon said Marcus is not about if he can win the job. We all know he can, but they should not benefit in success off of his play, given the way they have done him so far. Devon said, wait till the game tape on Dillon piles up. We will see what he's talking about then. Absolutely, Johnny. I was going to say, you talking about Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
all of that is very fair.
We'll see.
All of it is very fair.
We'll see what happens. I mean, there's still a lot. Look, I'm a firm believer. I said this on Coffee Talk yesterday. In the words of Macho Man Randy Savage, cream always rises to the top. You can try to hold somebody back and try to keep somebody from something, but what's destined for you? Here on Coffee Talk, we talk a little bit of life and a little bit of football. Here's the life part. What's meant for you it's gonna happen. It's meant for you. I believe Shedeur Sanders is meant to be at the worst a decent starting quarterback in the NFL. Look, with some of the quarterback play that we've seen around the league, Jake Browning, with some of the quarterback play that we've seen around the NFL, you cannot tell me with a straight face that Shedeur Sanders can't at least go out there and be better than Jake Browning. You cannot tell me that. You cannot convince me of that. So we'll see what happens. And yesterday we had another. We talked about the Joe Flacco trade to the Browns. We also had a trade yesterday. They're doing a lot of business together between the Browns and the Jags. then there had been talk about this. I was a little bit surprised. So they did a cornerback for cornerback swap and 2 late round picks. I think it was a 5th and 6th. So the Browns get Tyson Campbell. I think he's from Georgia. Ron Thomas, he's from Georgia, right? I think Tyson Campbell's from Georgia, University of Georgia. And then you got Greg Newsome, who was on the trade block. Look, you can't have 2 highly paid corners. The Browns are already got, I think Denzel Ward's like a top 3 or 4 paid corner in the league. You can't have 2 of those. So this guy here, he's a former first-round pick. Newsome, that is. And I don't remember what round. What round? If somebody put it in the comment section, what round was Tyson Campbell? I know Newsome was a first-round pick though. But look, this is just trying to clear some money off your books. And it just goes to show the Browns had no intention of paying Newsome. They're already paying Myles Garrett. He's like the 3rd highest paid non-quarterback. I forgot Micah jumped over both of them. And then you got Denzel Ward, who's paid, extremely well. So they weren't going to pay. Go ahead.
Marcus Campbell was a early 2nd round pick. He was drafted 33rd overall.
Okay, sounds good. I knew he wasn't a first. Now I know Newsome was a first-round pick. So you got basically a late first-round pick, an early second-round pick, and then they swap late-round picks. We'll give you our 5th, and you give us your 6th. And all of this is just to go to show the Browns never had any intention of paying Newsome. They're already paying Denzel Ward. They're already paying Myles Garrett. And you got 2 playoff teams. Well, I don't know about the Browns, but Newsome will probably go down there. He's going to replace Campbell. He's a good ass corner. He just gets overshadowed because he played with Denzel Ward. So nothing major there. Just basically you're swapping 2 equal type players and switching the contract. So we'll see what happens. So without further ado, I think that's one last thing before we jump to the game. And I really want your thoughts on this, George. We don't have a slide for this. So if you scroll down after this video, after me and Dre get done with this video, scroll down and I put up a slide of Bill Belichick and how I said this weeks ago. I said it as soon as he took the job. This will not end well. This will not end well. You're a 70-something-year-old man who's within striking distance of Don Shula's all-time wins record. I think he's like maybe 20 games behind. You have an opportunity to do that. Nobody wanted you. The Patriots fire you. Nobody wanted you because I believe the game has somewhat passed him by. He still wants to run this same 1980s style offense, just 3 yards in a cloud of dust, no motion. He gets these slow-ass wide receivers, and it's his way. So they wanted him out the NFL. He thought somebody would come calling. Buffalo should have called him, but nobody calls him. So what does he do? I'll show you guys. I'll show you, Torch. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to go to a basketball school, and I'm going to take over college football. I'm going to go to Michael Jordan's alma mater, basketball school. Antoine Jameson, Jerry Stackhouse, Rasheed Wallace, all them boys. And I'm going to go there, and I'm going to turn North Carolina into a college football powerhouse. With NIL and all of that stuff, I'm gonna shake up these 18, 19, 20-year-olds, Torch, and I'm gonna bring my old school philosophy to them. They're gonna want to stay at my program, and I'm gonna date my 24-year-old girlfriend, and life is gonna be great. I told you all when this happened, when he signed with them, this will not end well. I said this. I did say this, right, Torch? You were there when I did say this, right? The college game, it is football, but it's a totally different environment. You have volatile 18, 19, 20-year-old kids that don't really know themselves. These kids nowadays, they're not going to sit there and be third string. Look, coach, if I don't get to play, if I don't get enough playing time, I'm entering the transfer portal and deuces. I'm out of here. I'm out. Hey, if I don't get this Bugatti and $1 million,
absolutely,
I'm out of here. Can you imagine some 18, 19-year-old kid going into his office and telling him that if he don't get a new Bugatti that he's entering the transfer portal? You're over your head, bro. You're in over your head. You're in over your head with your relationship. Look, I get it. The love of a good young woman who's old enough to be your granddaughter. But anyways, I get it. This was destined to fail. It was destined to fail, George. It was destined to fail. So now there's rumors going around that their next game, they got a bye this week, and he's been getting his ass kicked every week. Just like you would kick if some college coach came to the NFL when you were at your all-time powers at New England, and some college coach comes in and said, oh, yeah, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to take over the NFL. Bill Belichick would have ran up the score on them. Well, guess what? You went into their domain, and now they're running up the score on you. It ain't no fun when the rabbit has the gun, Torch. And that's what's happening to him. Your thoughts on it real quick before we make these predictions and get up out of here.
Well, first and foremost, right off the jump, we knew that Bill Belichick didn't want to stop coaching. Did I think it was a good idea to go to North Carolina, a school that's not a predominantly football school? No, I didn't think it was a great idea. But I guess I give him credit for trying. Trying. I mean, here's what he's done so far this season. TCU shellacking, beat the brakes off of them 48-14 week 1. That probably woke him up. He was like, damn, I ain't took an ass whooping like this since. And notice I stopped and didn't complete that sentence. He beat Charlotte, though. He beat Charlotte 20-3, turned around and beat Richmond 41-6. So they had a winning record. It was 2-1. But then who you play against, Matt?
You're playing against tomato cans. Richmond ain't no good.
Right. Richmond,
Charlotte's not that good.
Do anybody even know? Do you even know the mascot for the Richmond team? Do anybody even know
the Richmond Spiders? I got married in Virginia. The Richmond Spiders.
Richmond. Do anybody know? Do anybody know Charlotte's mascot?
The 49ers.
Is it? Is it the 49ers?
Yeah, it's the 49ers.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's the 49ers. Absolutely.
Yeah, college basketball. I didn't learn that from football. I learned that from the NCAA March Madness. Right. It's not for football, though. It's not for football.
But then they got their breaks beat by UCF. I mean, they got toe up from the flow up by UCF, 34-9. And Dabo Sweeney said, welcome. Dabo Sweeney last week said, welcome to the NCAA, Bill Belichick. I'm going to just go ahead and lay this 38-10 ass whooping on you while you at home. Yeah, you may be a legend in the NFL, but you're no legend here. I'm the legend around here. All right. Yeah. And he laid belt to ass on that team, 38-10. Yeah. So, yep. And they do got a bye week. They got a bye week. They need a bye week. 2 and 3. You know.
And they play Cal next. They play Cal next.
We play California in California next, coming up Friday, October 17th. A 10:30
and they
game.
said there's no guarantee
Bill Belichick has coached a 10:30 game since Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, I don't know. They say everything's all good, but where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. And I just think he's very unhappy there. I don't see this ending well. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So just a little side note there. So without further ado,
absolutely,
we're gonna give you our
throw a dart in it.
This thoughts on this game. Torch, I'm gonna let you go first. Last week, the Eagles lost their first game to the Denver Broncos. Melissa's Broncos. I know she was happy as hell about that. What was the score? 25. They lost 25-31 to the Broncos.
Mm-mm.
25-31 to the Broncos.
21. No, it wasn't. It was 21-17.
21-17. Okay, where did I get that score from? Okay. Philly and Buffalo, they were the last two teams that were undefeated. The earliest that a team has not been undefeated before week 6 since 2014. So that goes to show you. Philly falls to 4-1. I think the Giants are 1-4. On paper, this should be a shellacking. But look, the Eagles haven't looked like the Eagles. Torch, give me your thoughts, and I'm going to give you some numbers. Give me your thoughts on there, and then give me your score, and then I'm going to go on, and then I'll give Mona's score, and we'll go from there. Go ahead.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Before you even got to this, before you got to your diatribe, and before we even got into this conversation, I said throw a dart in it. You didn't hear me say that? I said throw a dart in it. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about this game. Throw a dart in it. Throw a dart at Jackson Dart. All y'all that was so high on Jackson Dart, how y'all feel about him after last week? I'm just wondering. We keep constantly doing up. Here's number 3. I told you it was coming. We gotta have a conversation. About declaring folks to be great too early. We giving these folks too much credit way too early.
Yeah.
Brian Dable is probably going to be fired after this game if he get his ass whooped. I expect it's week 6. Week 6 is pink slip week. Trade deadline, that's what they say, trade deadline. Trade deadline also means your coach can get the pink slip at 6 weeks. If he does not perform, if this team does not perform in any way, shape, or form in New York, and they go out and throw a doozy, and you hear those Meadowlands ooh, turning into the Pride Lands, Lion King turning real dark into the Pride Lands, your man should be out the door. We should be hearing of. And finally, Brian Dable has been relieved of his duties. You could go ahead and relieve the GM of his duties too, because he ain't too much better either. Go ahead. They was a package deal. You go ahead and package both of them up and go get Buckwheat or one of them Little Giants. Go get the Little Giants and have them come in here. And it's already a damn near a cartoon show watching this team. Go ahead and just put them on Tubi. Put them on Tubi every week. Because it's nothing worth really watching. It's a divisional game. Hold on, let me see this real quick. Angie Sanchez, what up? She said it's a divisional game. Those games usually run close. She's got the Eagles 24-17. No, sweetheart. Some games usually are close, but in this one, I'm going to call my shot now. This one will be a 31-7 shellacking, by the way.
Ooh.
And not only will it be a 31-7 shellacking, it will also be a game where A.J. Brown will not have a great game again, nor will Saquon Barkley. Calling my shot.
Ooh.
You heard it?
Ooh.
31-7, and neither one of them will have a game like you are normally expecting them to have, which will continue the saga of the offense being pedestrian.
Okay. Speaking of pedestrian, I got some numbers for you, Torch. You ready? Saquon Barkley won a 9-man to run for 2,000 yards in the season. This season, he hasn't had one 100-yard game, not one. And we're going into a month and a half in the season. Week one versus Dallas, 18 carries for 60 yards. Week 2 versus KC, 22 for 88. Week 3 versus the Rams, 18 for 46. Versus Tampa in week 4, 19 for 43. And last week versus Denver, 6 carries for 30 yards. That's Saquon. A.J. Brown, week 1 versus Dallas, 1 catch for 8 yards. Week 2, 5 catches for 27 yards against KC. Week 3, 6 for 109. That was kind of his breakout game where he kind of showed out and showed what he can do. 6 catches for 109. Tampa, 2 catches for 7 yards. And last week versus Denver, 5 catches for 43. All of you people out there that look, I get it. He's a Super Bowl champion, and he plays a different style of ball. We have to stop putting Jalen Hurts in the same category as Josh Allen.
Thank you.
Lamar Jackson.
Thank you. It's about time. It's about time.
A few other Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow when healthy, Brock Purdy, and a few other quarterbacks that you think that are just better than him. They're better. You are surrounded by the Monstars. Okay. My guy Tim Purnell, my resident KC fan to go along with Dwayne Woodley, he says he's a human backpack. He's always getting carried. He's a human backpack. Backpack. I would dare say, Torch, I got another one for you. Me and you laughed about this offline, but we'll tell him here when we have our executive talks. I would compare Jalen Hurts to Draymond Green. He's an NFL version of Draymond Green, a guy on a great team who's carried by all-world running back, all-world receivers, all-world defense, and it makes you look good. You are that member of Backstreet Boys that's not Justin Timberlake, or is that who? I don't know who all the members were. You're not the lead singer, but you're the guy who thinks you're the popular one, but you're just the backup singer. That's what you are, Jalen Hurts. And you're a good dude. You're a good dude. But you are carried on that team. These numbers here, with these guys here, a lot when teams play against the Eagles, their number 1 and number 2 priority, we need to stop Saquon Barkley. We need to stop AJ Brown, which I just read you the numbers. With those numbers of them being pedestrian, you should have field days. You should have field days with all of the attention. AJ Brown being double teamed, them stacking the box against Saquon Barkley. You should have field days. And we're going to bring up the Super Bowl. And I know people, what about the Super Bowl, Marcus? I would dare say that was the Eagles defense that had Patrick Mahomes running for his life. It wasn't you, bro. It wasn't you. We're starting to see that now. Just like we had the discussion a couple of years ago, who's more responsible for the success of the New England Patriots, Brady or Belichick? I think we got the answer now. I think we got the answer. Who's the main culprit for the success of the Philadelphia Eagles? And it ain't Jalen Hurts. It ain't Jalen Hurts. So that being said, after losing that game to the Broncos last week, sometimes in a loss, it can reinvigorate you. I think that loss last week will reinvigorate them. Now it's a short week, but the Giants have no weapons. I don't think Darius Slayton's playing tonight. They also, we all know that Malik Neighbors is out for the year with a torn ACL. All that they really have on offense is Scatterboo. That's about it. I expect that Eagles defense to have Jackson Dart, a rookie, making his first start against the Philadelphia Eagles. That defense, I expect that defense to have Jackson Dart running for his life. If they could do that to Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, I think they can do that to Jackson Dart. Also, and this is a sidebar here, George. This is my survivor pick for a $700 pot. Where there's 10 of us left. I'm going in early this week and I'm calling my shot so I can move on to the next round for a chance of this $700. Eagles, do not let me down. Mona, she messaged me this morning. She's going 24-18 Philly. 24-18 Philly, my lovely co-host. That's what she's going with. What was your score again, Torch? What did you say? 31-7?
31-7. The Giants is not scoring 18 points.
Okay, 31-7. I'm gonna write that
By
down.
the way, I'll also say this, and people will not like what I'm about to say next.
Okay.
If Jalen Hurts played for the Buffalo Bills, he would be Tyrod Taylor. They wouldn't even make the playoffs.
Ooh. And if you put Josh Allen on the Philadelphia Eagles with Saquon Barkley,
We're not
with
even
AJ Brown, with Dallas Goedert, with Devontae Smith,
it would be back to back. It would be back to back Super Bowl champion, back to back. We're not even having this conversation.
Defense, who you play with matters. A lot of times we look at that's why with me, just winning the Super Bowl doesn't put you in some elite stat. Yes, is it great to win Super Bowls? Yeah, it is. Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl win, and Dan Marino doesn't. Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl ring, and Jim Kelly doesn't. Ask me who I would take.
And Brad Johnson has a championship. Brad Johnson has a championship.
Brad Johnson has a championship.
Jim McMahon has a championship.
Yeah. So let's not just ordain people and all of that just because they got a Super Bowl championship. I'm going 28-10 Philly. I fully expect Philly to get back in their winning ways. The Giants are. Look, I agree with you, Torch. I believe Brian Dable, Mike McDaniel. I think that their days are numbered. I think that their days are numbered. I think they're out of there. And I wouldn't mind if Jonathan Gannon got his ass fired too, but that's a whole nother story. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't be hitting players. I don't give a damn about your apology. And I don't give a damn that the Cards find you $100K. NFL, y'all need to step up and suspend him 2 games. That's what I need. So there's your score from there. Dre's going 31-7. Mona's going 24-14. I'm going 28. I'm going to give them 14 points. I don't really think that they'll get that. 28-14. I'll give them 14 points. And we'll go from there. Make sure that y'all tune in tonight. Rise Up Unlimited radio show. This guy right here with the Bass Pro Shops hat on here with the great looking beard. Make sure y'all tune in tonight with him and the Chocolate Girl, Sharon Mullen. Show them some love and support over there. And then tomorrow, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, myself and my lovely co-host, Ramona Diehard, will be finishing up our predictions and talking about this game, this Thursday night game. Do your picks. Some of y'all are missing out. If you're in the Alphabets Football Show Pick'ems League, make sure you get your picks done. A lot of y'all are missing your picks and you're getting your ass kicked. You just fall behind every week. You're also missing the early morning Sunday games that are overseas. Do your picks. If you sleep in late, do your picks before you go to bed. Get your Alphabets Football Show merch. Get your Rise Up Family merch. If you're on the East Coast, get with Dre. He can hook you up. Or if you want me to do it, I can do it. It just might take a little bit longer because I'm over in Texas. Get that merch. It helps us out. StreamYard, cameras, all of that good stuff. And last thing, Alphabets Football Show, Rise Up Family Meet and Greet, April the 23rd to the 25th, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for the 2026 NFL Draft. The barbecue thing is off. My brother-in-law, he's shutting down his business and he's going overseas, but I still would love to see y'all there. I'll be there. Mona will be there. Torch will be there. It's a few other people have already committed to coming through. We would love to see y'all. Maybe we could do a show there, take a group picture. We say Rise Up Family, and we say that not lightly. Family, like people that you care about, people that you love being around. I view some of you all like that. No, I don't love you, but most of y'all I view like that. And I would love to have a nice. I would love to have a nice cup of coffee or alcoholic beverage with you and hang out with y'all. Okay, we're gonna get up out of here. Torch, anything before we get up out of here? Anything else?
No, I just want to say it's a nice show. By the way, this is your first show on TikTok, sir.
Oh, did you put this up on TikTok? I didn't even know. Oh, that's great.
I surely did.
That's what's up. Follow me on TikTok. Shout out to my guy Dwayne Woodley.
Thank you.
Shout out to Dwayne Woodley for everything he does. He does reels for me and Dre, Rise Up Family, Alphabets Football Show. You can't mention one without the other. When I'm a admin for his group. He's an admin for my group. We work together. But shout out to Dwayne Woodley, because a lot of this is him. Coffee Talk is on him. He's the one who got me doing this. And now, he does all these reels for me. So shout out to Dwayne Woodley. Shout out to everybody on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy the game tonight. Make sure y'all tune in and show them some love and support tonight, and me and Mona tomorrow, okay? See you.